Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
All right, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? I'm trying to save y'all from J Dunn or whatever the hell's going on over there. I don't know because I really wasn't watching. I had tuned in. She talked about some Uber driver that made her get out the car because she done crashed her car or something like that into something in a damn parking garage. The reason why J Dunn, what you left out in that story about that Uber driver was that you probably was the person that told her to go up in that garage. Because I listened to the story, you didn't say nothing about. You didn't tell her not to go, so you probably told her to go up in there, and she wound up damaging her car. And told your ass to get out. So it's interesting how they don't tell you that part. Because I would, if somebody made me get out there, I would. Well, I didn't tell her to go up there in the first place. Why she mad at me? I didn't hear that part. I heard, oh, she just got mad at me, and when she damaged the car, and I'm like, because you told her to go up in there. You always trying to give people advice. You know that, right? That's part of your virtual and real life DNA. What's up, Ron P? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate it. Please thumbs up the live. It'll be tremendously appreciated. What's up, Detach Myself? Hope you've been doing well. Thank you for being here. Officially Lovely. Oh, sorry. Official Lovejoy. Damn, I messed that up. How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Mommy Popo? Excuse me, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate y'all as well. So I hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all having a great start. Lord, hold on. I hope y'all having a great start to the weekend. I really do. What can I say? I mean, what can I really say? It's a lot. It's not really a lot going on, but it is so much going on. They talk about Lemon crashing out. I don't know. Lemon been everywhere. Like Lemon here, there, everywhere. And as y'all know, he cursed me out on my panel as I was trying to, like, I guess, Lord, I'm not gonna get that, but I'm still waiting on my apology. I saw him somewhere. I think I saw him on ODS. I was gonna be messy and put something in the chat like, ODS, can you please ask Lemon why he felt the nerve or the need to curse me out at the end of my life? But I did. I try to keep these copacetic. Excuse me, y'all. Y'all been hear me yawning, y'all. I've been having. My week has been kind of. Oh Lord, it's been. I think since they changed the time, my days seem longer. It's just like, oh, my days seem longer since they changed the time. So I don't know. And it'd be like when I get home, I just want to go to sleep. I just want. I ain't. I just like, oh, So I don't know. I guess I'm adjusted like everybody else to this new. What is it? Spring forward time. So yeah, I just adjusted to that. So y'all may hear me yawning, y'all. Y'all may start yawning too. Say, "Oh, this Negro boring as hell." I'll just joke, y'all. All right. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. I don't know, detached, but it'd be like Detach, how you feel if somebody sit up here and curse you out? I don't care if you inebriated, or celebrated. I don't give a damn, sober or nober. It's still the fact that I feel like, yo, what's up? Like they say, like a sober mind. What they say? A drunk mind speaks a sober tongue, whatever that is. I don't drink, so I don't know. A drunk tongue speaks a sober mind. I don't know whatever it is. Say it, whatever. So, I probably sound like I'm drunk right now, don't I? What's up, Angela White? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Official Lovejoy says I cussed him out on Lolo panel last night. See, I didn't watch that. I saw that thumbnail. What does it say? The Raft of Living. I was like, what the hell is that? But I didn't click on it though. I didn't click on it. I was just probably too busy at the time. What's up, soul sister? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Oh Lord, look at this man here. Timestamp Ron. That's your new name. Timestamp Ron. I'm talking about it was an action pack. You always like something action pack. All right, so let's get it. What I want to talk about, y'all. In real world news, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Listen, y'all. How in the hell Dollar General Dollar General had earnings this week? And I'm like, how? I knew the earnings was gonna go down. That's why I like the stock market. How in the hell Dollar General earnings go? They price go up after they didn't. Y'all look at Dollar General and you look at their earnings that they reported. They say they closing stores. They said that what else? They said that the consumer is spending like I guess they calculated that. Yes, they have less transactions, but the transactions are more. I guess in terms of what people are buying in the amount. But I'm like, how in the hell? I was like, this is rigged. I was so pissed off, y'all, with that whole situation. I know Dollar General because they was going to not do well. Child, they wound up having them to do well. So that was disappointing. And now I'm just watching the economy because they said, listen, y'all, anytime they start mentioning a bear market, be motherfucking concerned. Because there's only two markets. There's a bear and there's a bull. No, I'm not talking about Brianna, and no, I'm not talking about Brian. I'm talking about the stock market. So when they say there's a bear and there's a bull, there's only two ways, there's only usually two markets that you in. A bear market is when everything is coming down like it is now, and a bull market and when everything is good. We were recently in a bull market, but then they started saying bear. And I'm like, what? Because when you start saying bear market, everybody's like, oh hell no. That means like everything about to go down. And then when they say correction, right? When they say correction, that's something else to like peek up your ears to. Because when they start saying correction, that means oh shit, things about to go south, not north. So when I heard it, and let me just say it, when you start hearing this in public channels like Yahoo and all them others and Wall Street Journal and all those start mentioning that, it's like, oh, wait a minute, it's not just rumor. Because, people on YouTube, they can say anything, they can speculate. But when these credible agencies or newsworthy sources start putting that in their title and writing about it, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. Because as you know, like Tesla slid and all this slid because Trump says, I'm not going to rule out a recession. So that got all the stocks going like, what? So then I felt they've inflated the stuff where the stocks rally back, so people can recoup some of their money back. But like they were saying, if you're a 401k holder and you near retirement, it's like, oh, child, like you like, what the hell? Like people like, I saved all this money and time and now it's gonna be wiped out. And that's the thing. You have to pay attention as to when you gonna retire and when you gonna have access to your money because usually these bear and bull markets For what I found, they could last from an average of a year and a half to 3 or 4 years, depending on the dynamics of the situation. So when I was reading, I was like, "Ooh, child!" But y'all better prepare because I feel honestly, April 2nd is when that whole retaliatory tariff supposed to be put in with China and all this other crazy stuff. That's supposed to happen. But still, even if he pulls that off, you're still dealing with inflation, right? And then you're still also dealing with the consumer is pulling back and being more selective about their what they're going to buy. So it's not just tariffs; it's just also consumer behavior, inflation, and stuff like that. So it's a multifaceted effect. It's crazy. I we'll see. I'm looking. I'm saying, but then they said like, oh, this is a good time. This is good too for investors, but because you could buy great companies at a discount. But yeah, if you got money to do that, if you ain't got no job, well, I mean that's going. But that stuff when they start talking about, oh, you could buy a great company at a discount, that only really benefit the rich, to be honest. Unless you got people that unless you got somebody set aside, I mean, I remember that one time I saw what I saw Meta and Microsoft. I think that was ages ago. That's when it was put city. It was put city. I remember it was so easy to make money in the stock market when the stock market was going down because it was put city. But see, you got to know what you're doing because they can come out and if you don't know if the Fed is going to say, okay, we're going to provide relief, we're going to cut the interest rate, then that'll cause the stock market to go up. And you be like, oh my God, I just put a put in. Now it's not losing my money because that's a positive signal. But that's for people who know what I'm talking about. But yeah. So be on the lookout for that. This week coming up is Jerome Powell on March 19th. Then they got some other reports. And the video supposed to be having some conference this week that's supposed to, I don't know, be positive, but you never know, yo. You never know. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. But I'm worried about April 2nd, y'all. April 2nd is the date that I'm looking for. The whole tariff situation. Who else is going to retaliate with these tariffs? But like I said, it's not just the U.S. It's a whole global situation that kind of concerns me. Tesla, I think Tesla's got to figure out what the hell they're going to do. They try to release a new Model Y car to save it, but you got to understand. See, Elon has put himself in an effed up position because there's negative sentiment against him because all those people in Washington, all those people looking at him as if he's the reason for their job loss. No matter how good your car is, nobody gonna buy it if they see you as the enemy. You get what I'm saying? And then people losing their jobs and people can't make money, they're not gonna be buying no Teslas. Like I think he kind of messed up in that calculating like his how he is associated with his company. I think he knows how he's associated with his company. But to the extent that you're seen as now a villain than someone who was maybe a cultural icon to some degree. All right, let me see what y'all said in the chat, and then we'll get into the news you cannot use. Sir King, do you believe that we should invest in stocks that have the ability to reinvest those stocks into dividends? Do you believe that we should invest in stocks and have the ability to reinvest those stocks into dividends? I'm not a stock advisor. I'm not responsible for no losses. I'm not a. I just do commentary on what I see in the Wall Street. Um, I'm not understanding your question because a dividend is something like a stock. When you hold a stock, they give you a payment towards holding that stock, from what I understand. So I don't understand what you said. Have the ability to reinvest those stocks into dividends. I'm not understanding that part of the question. I don't understand that part of the question. A dividend is something that you receive from holding the stock from the company. So there's people who make money by holding stock. like Warren Buffett and what's that name? That guy, what's that guy name that owned the L.A. Clippers? Steve Ballmer. They make a good chunk of their money because they hold thousands and hundreds of thousands of shares of high dividend stocks, where these companies will pay you like $5 a share or something for holding their stock. Well, if you got 200,000 shares, that's $1 million you're making right there just for holding the company shares. You know, um, so that's a dividend payout. So, but I don't know. Maybe you can rephrase your question, or maybe I don't really understand what a dividend is. So, you know, let me see. I love to invest in stocks with dividends. Right. And that's the way to go. That's the way to go, because if you invest in a stock with a dividend, you're still going to receive a payout even during economic, even in the, well, unless they stop the dividend or cut the dividend. So even during economic time hardship, even during economic hardship, you are still, most of the time, unless like I said they cut it. You know, some companies have cut or stopped dividends, but you still guarantee the payout from that. So that's a way of making income by just holding the stock, even if there is an economic decline. So, but I think your question to me was, do you think that I should be reinvesting the dividend that I receive into from that company into that company stock? You could you could decide to do whatever you want to do with the dividend. Like I said, a dividend is a payout from the company for holding their stock. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just doing commentary on what I see in the financial landscape. This is not buy or sell or hold a recommendation. Okay. All right. Detach myself as put in a disclaimer. This video is not professional investor advice. It is opinion based, and you are advised to invest at your own risk. The CC and entities you represent are held harmless. Thank you. Detach myself. Amen to that. You never know, because you may lose a whole penny or a whole million. Listen to me, because I don't know. I'm just doing commentary on what I see in the financial landscape. But yeah. So I don't know. I can't tell you if this is the right time to invest. But looking at the charts that say, what is it? The Dow Joe Industrial Average and the Dow Jones and Transportation Average are giving off signals that we may be in correction territory and all that. So when they start doing all that stuff and looking at that, I'm like, ooh, child. But I'm telling you right now, you got too much going on at one time. You got global conflict going on. You got threats from the president about tariffs. You got inflation that's high that the Fed is trying to control. You got inflation. You got people laying off people jobs. I mean, like there's just so much going on. And then on top of that, you got these companies announcing that they're not going to be as profitable in this upcoming year. Like they said, it's a global reset going on. I mean, the key thing is when the president sits up there and tells you that, oh, I'm not going to rule out a recession. That's the last thing a president should tell you. Oh no, I'm going to do everything in my power to stop a recession. But like I said, it's something going on. I just don't know. It's just not making sense to me as to why they would want to crash the economy. Because before they were talking about, oh, it's going to be the great melt up, meaning that everything was going to get more expensive. But this is the direct opposite. Nike is at $70. Who ever thought that Nike has earnings next week? But who would have ever thought that Nike would be $70 a share? Nike, I feel, is a $90, $100 a share company. But they're floating at $70. And I think it may go even lower because one, like Nike has gotten lazy. They've relied on the retro brands like the Jordan brands to carry them through. There's a new generation coming through. And Nike don't really got them icons no more. Tiger left, Jordan don't play no more. Who else you got? So, you know, I'm interested to see what they report, because last time they reported, they didn't do too much with their stock price because they had got a new CEO. So they was kind of giving him grace. But I feel this time it's gonna be like, okay, where y'all at? And then let me tell you something. When you see all that stuff on Nike with clearance and discount, Wall Street don't like that because that means if you're giving stuff at clearance and discount, that means you're not giving it at the full capacity price that you can. So I'm interested to see what they report. But with these things, these companies find a lot of creative ways to cause fluff. So, but that's be one I'm gonna be looking at. I'm gonna be looking at Nike to see what they report because really they not really like relevant like that. I mean, they got the sports teams, but that don't equate to people rocking their shoes and their apparel like that. And especially if you got to give it, and the reason why they give it for discount is because they got to get inventory. I mean, one time they killed Nike because Nike had too much inventory on hand. So yeah, so we'll see. That's another one I'm interested to see next week, just to see. I don't know, but like I said, they do a lot of la. Like I said, Dollar General, I just thought was going to go down and it go up. I'm like, what? This song made no damn sense. But anyway, moving right along. All right, if y'all want to, feel free to send a gesture to dollar sign Circuit Crowd. It'll be tremendously appreciated. Um, All right, let me go. We're gonna play a commercial clip and we're gonna get into the news that you absolutely cannot use. We'll be right back.
Thank you for the cash app. I'll be forgetting to. Can y'all hit my cash app, please? Can y'all hit my cash app, please? Thank you. Thank you for the cash app.
All right, let's get into it, y'all. Let me see what Angela T. White said. I knew when I purchased my son's sneakers when they were young. Pay attention to the market. What you mean? What you knew, Angela T. White? I don't know what you knew. You said I knew when I purchased my son's sneakers when they were young. I pay attention to the market. I think you said that would be a good. Oh, you say I own Berkshire Hathaway stock. I need to reevaluate my portfolio to match up with today's economy, which is frightening. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not responsible for no losses. I only give commentary about what I see concerning economic trends. Yeah, you need to rebalance your portfolio if you have not done so. Everything is moving towards AI, and that's something I see that's not a fad unless something comes through. But AI is what's killing it right now. The only thing is, it's just going to be the emergence of a lot of competitors in the AI landscape. I feel. I think DeepSeek, when China came out with that whole DeepSeek thing to compete with OpenAI, I think they just showed like, yo, this is you know a technology that's going to be whoever's the best of the best. I think Nvidia might be a good company to look at. There's a plethora of AI companies emerging, but you got to do your research. You got to figure out which one. Um, like I say, AI. I mean, tech is the way to go. But like I said, we in a bear market, so if you patient, you may be able to get those at a discount. You know what I mean? Um, so I think it's a good time to rebalance. To be honest, to look at your portfolio and look where we're going as a society. Because Berkshire Hathaway is owned by Warren Buffett. So he sold a good portion of his Apple and Bank of America shares. And they say he the Oracle, not, oh no, not that snotty nose platypus that sit over there that on the toilet doing broadcasts. I'm talking about the white man. I just said his name, Warren Buffett. They call him the Oracle. So he just sold Apple shares. So he knows what was coming. He knows what was coming because that man's a billionaire and he got his hands in everything. They own Geico, all that. So, a lot of people follow his moves. Like I said, nobody thought he would sell Apple, but Apple ain't really been Apple is really weird because people be like, "Oh my God, Apple, they're state of the art." No, but Apple is really slacking for what I feel, and they don't know how to innovate since Steve Jobs died. To be honest, they with Tim Cook, but the only reason they in the game is because of the iPhone. But they just had to commit because of Trump to what is it, contribute $500 billion to stuff in the U.S. because they didn't want to deal with the tariffs. So, but they still, I mean, they got to come with something new. Especially they gonna get hit hard by this correction in the market because ain't nobody gonna be able to buy the iPhone like that. So, what's up, the unfiltered? So, it might be a good time to look at your portfolio and rebalance. Have a well balanced portfolio. To be honest, that's what I would say. But yeah, like right now they say discretionary products people ain't buying. People ain't buying no fancy clothes. I'm looking at Lululemon. Lululemon has dropped off tremendously because Lululemon is the fancy clothes that like the women wear, and I think some men. So anything dealing with high class, like the wine stuff, wine. Even before Trump put that inflation in, wine and what they call it, wine and vodka and all those like upper tier alcoholic beverages were declining because people are going to choose the cheaper alternative. So, like I said, those companies that normally do well are Walmart, Costco, during these economic times. Target, they got too much drama behind them. But, look, necessity companies are the one that do well during these times. So yeah, but rebalance your portfolio. It might be best if you look at that doing that for the long term. What's up, Gemini? How you doing? 75. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. All right. Do I have a recommendation? My recommendation right now, and I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just giving financial commentary. I'm a strong believer in NVIDIA. They got their hands in everything. To be honest, I feel NVIDIA. But there's a whole bunch of other stocks. It's just like the thing with those kind of semiconductor, those companies are cyclical. Like, TSM, they the ones that make the chips. Taiwan Semiconductor is their full name, but the ticker symbol is TSMC, I think. They're the ones that make the chips, but those people are cyclical, meaning they go up and they go down because once the demand falls, they suffer. But NVIDIA, like I said, they have their hand in everything. That would be, a safe bet, but you never know. When that whole DeepSeek thing happened, they were the hardest hit because when DeepSeek came out, it showed that you didn't have to pay all that money for that high end premium chip that they were making. They used that on a inferior chip. So nothing is 100%, sure. They got a company called Palantir. That's another one that surged up a lot. It was at $18 at the beginning of this year. Now it's at $80, and it's holding that value because they're doing a lot of intelligence data work, and they got a lot of government contracts. So that would be one I would investigate. Um, it's called Palantir. What's another one? Meta, which is Facebook, Microsoft. But I'm like, so I don't know. Apple has a lot of money, so Apple got a lot of money, so that's why they so well regarded. So Apple might be another one. Um, there was another one. It was Palantir and somebody else that blew up this year, big time. Oh, Tempest, TMPUS. They also say look at Nancy Pelosi stock holdings. They say if you look at Nancy Pelosi stock holdings, then you can pretty much see where the money go, or what legislation is gonna be beneficial for these companies. So they say look at Nancy Pelosi stock holdings and look at the stock holdings that these senators and congresswomen and congressmen hold, and you can't go wrong because if they hold it, then they would never hold something of no value. So that might be another tool for you to just see what these congressmen and political officials hold. So, what's up, Darlene Gibson? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. Lost brain cells on YouTube. So do you know what happened to Arcadium lithium stock? They sold me put at a loss. I never sold. Says was a buyout. Yeah, so in the situation, I've been in a situation like that where now, I don't know about no Arcadian lithium stock, but I'm sure if you type in Google, they'll tell you what happened. They sold me put at a loss. So what they did was they probably went private, and whatever the value was at that stock at that time of that stock, they bought you out at that stock price. So if you bought it at 50, and at the time it was 25, and they got went private at 25, um, then you lost $25. It sucks, but that's the way it goes. But you could do your research and ask what to see what happened. It probably went private. I had a situation with that one. I mean, not that one, but another time where I think was it Twitter? I'm not sure. I had some stock in the company that got bought private. I don't know how that works, to be honest. But one day, they can sit up here and then go private and just pay you out at the price in which the stock is valued at that time. So, let's see what else I said. I've owned Apple. Apple is a Star Wars. Apple is a company that you is a safe hold. But when Warren Buffett starts selling it, that tells you something, right? That tells you he sees something, he knows something. Like Foxconn is the company that makes Apple products. So when they start getting like, oh well, we got to lower our labor capacity because we don't feel that we're forecasting less demand or something like that. That tells you a lot. Like a lot of people look at the people that make the stuff for them, and when they start like having, lessening their certain stuff or supplies and stuff, they pick up. Oh well, they're going to anticipate less. And let's be honest, Apple is going to go down because I keep telling you, in China, they're having a movement to buy only Chinese stuff. So if that's the case, and if Apple is making a majority of their sales in China, they're of course going to suffer a downturn from that. Because what's that company name? Hume, something like that is the one that's really Apple's competition over there. All right, let's see what else y'all saying. You said you were so angry. Yeah, it's very oh, Penn Duo, they got earnings next week. Somebody saying Penn Duo, PDD. Yeah, I would have been upset too. It sucks when they sell you at a loss. So, it sucks when they do a reverse stock split. Yeah, that sucks too. Let me see. Angela T. White, I've owned Apple stocks for years. Can you imagine those that shorted that stock on margin? Never go on margin, y'all. Never. I will. Hey, if you can come up on margin, but margin is crazy. Like they could take your shit in a minute on margin. Like that's like the repo man, but you don't know but the repo man got the keys to the car, which is your account. I would never get on margin. I would never tell anyone to get on margin because that's like putting yourself in debt for unforeseen circumstances. Unless you know something's going to happen, it can benefit you tremendously. But I never do nothing on margin. Margin is like risky, like, and they could take all your shit. Like they could take all your stuff that's in that broker account. So if you got stock and you playing with margin and you don't pay that margin back or whatever, or you get a margin call, meaning that they feel that they're at risk of something happening and they want to just close your account, not close your account, but close your positions, they could take it. You can sit out there with 20 shares of Nvidia and you got margin. Well, if you owe them money, they're gonna take all that Nvidia stock. And you'd be like, what? Yeah. So I don't advise people to play on margin. I don't know much about it. I stay the hell away from it. I tell you that much. To me, margin is the boogeyman. Now, I have people come up on margin. Yeah, they come up on margin. but it's risky. That's why people start jumping off buildings and shit. Um, yes, AMC did a reverse split, and I'm still holding too much invested. Mm. Corruption at the motherfucking finance. Aaron, what's his name? Adam Aaron. How the hell you gonna sit up there and screw the people that saved your company and then keep screwing them talking about, oh, we need to sell more stock to keep us afloat? No, bitch, you take a pay cut, motherfucker. You out here getting $60 million and then gonna ask the people that is so ungrateful. You gonna sit up there and ask the people who saved your company for you to get a pay raise in your executives. Ugh. Oh Lord, oh child. Uh, he played us. He goofed us. Oh, he was coming on air. We're like, oh, this is such a cool CEO. He talking to us. Ain't no other CEO. We all got bamboozled and hoodwinked. Ooh, AMC is an American icon. Is a signature. And this motherfucker up here selling stock behind our back, not even knowing it, and getting rich while we just the stock prices going down and down. Like, ooh, child. And then they were paying YouTubers to pump it up while they sitting up there selling. We like, wow, we like, who's selling? Who's selling? And it was his ass all along. I was like, ooh, ooh, that woke me up. So I would never, ever, ever, ever. That taught me so much. Ever, 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 ever. Mm-mm. Never again. I'll be like, okay, it's a movie company. Nope, I pass. If anything get caught, I want to see it has wide range use, worldwide range use, not no damn movie thing. But at the time, people got rich off that, but they, child, never did you think you'd get screwed over by the CEO? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Insane, insane. Mm-mm. Whew. But good luck to you, Lost Brain. You said you still holding with the reverse stock split. Mm, mm. All right. Let me see what you said. We get it at five. We got it at $5. We got it. We got it at six. Should have had sold at 79. We are in 15,000. Yeah, that's yeah. Well, you never know with all this economic pressure and stuff going on. Some people might get margin calls, and they say those who get margin called by AMC might and GME might benefit. I don't know if those days have passed, but if they still shorten that stock, you know, that was crazy. They talk about the dark pools and all that stuff. Mm. All right, let's get to the news that you absolutely cannot use. Let's talk about Ness. Ness, I don't know what's wrong with Ness, y'all. Ness going crazy. Ness stood up there and said that she had to take a mental day from work. How the hell you sit up here, have to take a mental day for work, but on YouTube all day? And YouTube is stressful within itself. So I didn't get that part. And this talking about, I had, because whoever she was talking to was asking if she was going into work. And she was like, no, I think she was talking to Ro. Was she talking to Ro? I think Ro may have asked her. She's like, nah, I'm not going to work. I'll take a mental day. What? Now, I'm not knocking that you do have to take a mental day, because sometimes the people on your job just be getting on your nerves. Like, I could definitely understand that. But to sit up here and say that you're gonna be online all day in the most stressful place in the world, or on YouTube, well, ain't in the world, it's weird to me. But she's like, I had to take. I would love to hear that excuse. Oh, I had to take a mental day. Where you work at? The asylum? I don't know. Crazy. Um. So yeah, that was weird. I don't know. That's weird. And now I guess the Heat, J Dunn, and Ness got some kind of love triangle going on. And J Dunn, why are you playing them old ass tapes? She playing some old ass receipt as if the situation or the conversation that she had when the Heat didn't happen yesterday. Woo, Lord, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then everybody all flabbergasted because Jay Dunn acted like she had feelings for Ness. And we like, what? Like, I think Jay Dunn going through a lonely syndrome. where she ain't really had nobody to love on her in a minute. So she want Ness. Or think she want Ness. But the whole catalyst behind why Jay Dunn is really going after Ness is because Jay Dunn said she had a friend that passed away recently due to DV. And Ness has suffered DV. And since Jay Dunn has gone through this recent traumatic effect, or situation, excuse me, this has given her a better or deeper or wonderful or enlightened understanding of Ness, and now she can relate with her. I was like, what in the hell? So she had to go through that situation in order to understand and relate to Ness. Anyway, then Jay Dunn gonna say if she don't accept her, I guess, advances or proposal, whatever they got, in 3 to 5 business days, she gonna cut it off. When did love become a business? Well, I guess it is in real life, but when did courting become a business situation? 3 to 5 business days, and you gonna cut all your feelings off of her? Child, Jay Dunn is one weird bird. What's up, Ronnie Q? Come in. What's up, Ronnie Q? What's up, Black Pearl? How you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What's up, Ronnie Q? I hope you're doing well. But yeah, that whole situation is just weird. The whole lesbianics is weird of that situation. All right, let's get into something else that might be more entertaining to talk about. Demon's O and Briine. Wow. Demon's O, well, you know what? I think Demon's O's name of her channel should not be the Doll House. It should be the Bounce House. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because that lady go from people to people to channel to channel. She be bouncing all the way around. And I was just like, damn, like it is true. She know everybody and everything, you know. So I was just be saying. So apparently, Brian got an issue with Demon Soul always being a gay man business, and she do always be in role business in their business. Very interesting. So Brian had a couple words for her. It was like, "Oh, why you don't spend this kind of attention with your man? Why you sitting up here trying to like deprive your man of your attention?" And he said something about her offspring and why she ain't spending that time with her offspring and all that. So Demon Soul was in the chat, so I don't know what slug she threw back, but she says you don't. I guess she was saying you don't know what kind of attention I show my man or my child and all that other stuff. It was very interesting. Now let's get into Brian. Now Brian, I didn't share this with y'all, and I don't know y'all probably saw this. Brian was at a diner in the middle of the night in Texas. Okay. Now, this is why Brian shouldn't have a gun. Now, during that video, it may still be up or he may have taken it down. Some people walked in the diner and he like, oh, do I have my I guess he said blinky with me or my friend with me, which means his pistol. Now I'm like, wait a minute, how you just gonna sit up here and be ready to aim, shoot, and fire because some people walked in there? Now I know some people, walking there suspicious, but damn, you just ready to grab it? I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, that's kind of concerning because there are a lot of people, sketchy looking people who are harmless. So you may just be killing people just on suspiciousness. You look suspicious yourself. Now imagine somebody sat up there and had their AK-47 ready for your ass as you walked into the diner because they thought you gonna sit up there and claw them to death because you look like a damn bear. Like that wouldn't be right. Like, I was just like, you a person that don't really need a gun. Now this is the crazy part. Now he go to the diner. He put himself on mute. I'm like, why this motherfucker putting himself on mute? What didn't happen? Is it the music? No. He was hoping that he didn't get Jay Wilson or ZT, meaning declined. He didn't want us to hear that declined. Okay, when it says sorry, come again. When you have some money, he didn't want us to hear that side because he said, oh, I don't want to embarrass myself. Said the homeboy up there at the diner don't know if he gonna have to wash dishes because he ain't have no money in his car. I was like, you gotta be joking me. This fool done set up here and put his thing on mute so we won't hear the decline sound. Oh my God. And then this ain't the end of it. Okay. Then the lady up there, he gonna sit up there and tell the lady to look at dimples at the counter now. Tell the lady about dimples is somebody else. Then he got the nerve. Then the lady go sit up there and say, "Oh, you do look kind of muscular." I was like, "What in the hell?" The lady gonna say you, and then Brian. So after she said that, he somehow go in like the lobby section of the Denny's or IHOP and puts his camera down and backs away from the camera and try to flex. I say, Negro, just because you in a Batman shirt don't mean you Batman. And I said, muscle wear, lady. I said that lady was trying to make you feel good. Made him feel good to the point that now he want to flex. All we saw was tummy and titty. Okay, I was like, what? More Batman, more like Bear Man. Okay, Batman, more like Bear Man. Okay, shit. The way he was stretching out that shirt, it looked like a damn pterodactyl. It ain't no damn bat. That bat was like, "Help me, get me off his chest." Oh my god. Okay, so yes, so we hold on, y'all. So all right, so we go from the lobby of the IHOP. Now we out in the street because he all fiending for some weed, but he can't smoke no weed because the weed got to get out of here. He want to be a trucker now. Child, that's all we need, another serial killer in the United States. But anyway, let's move on. So he's just, I don't know, he's smoking and puffing on a cigarette, I guess. So he says, while he's sitting out there in the parking lot talking to us outside the vehicle, mind you, not inside the vehicle, outside the vehicle. He goes, well, he says, and we do hear, I don't know what they said, but somebody drives by and calls him the N-word. And I'm like, what in the heck? I was like, child, I was like, Brian, if you don't get your ass in the damn car and go home somewhere, you're like, oh yeah, I don't know where I'm at. So I'm like, dog, you out in some hillbilly part of Texas at an IHOP in the parking lot, and you rolling by calling you a nigga, and with the ER, and you just block. I was like, ooh, I was like, ooh, Brian, Brian, you a lost soul. I mean, I would call you lost soul, but that they call you muscular. She gonna sit up there and lie to you to make you feel good, and then you get out there and get. Oh, and then he sits up there and gives them a tip. Goes out to the restaurant and says that's the nastiest burger he ever had. Then why the hell did you give him a tip? Why did you make them feel good about what they were cooking you? And they said he almost puked because at one point because the burger was so bad. What? Anyway, I don't know. Well, Angela T. White says, I noticed he don't hit your chat. Oh, that's okay. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want his phantom with the opera sound ass over here anyway. Well, how you talk? Well, Brian, I was gonna go see Ro, but now I don't know no more. Like he always acting like he putting on a theatrical performance when he talking. Just talk normal. Do you talk to people on the job like that? Well, sir, if you go over there, I don't know if you're gonna go anywhere. No, nobody want to hear that. So let's fast forward today. He over there. Now I ain't no stalker. I just do commentary on these YouTube characters. Now he mad. He mad because his big ass gotta start back with Moderna all over again. He mad. He said he mad at himself. He mad at his fingers. He mad at his tongue. He mad at his esophagus because now he done blown up the back to this 80 pounds now, I guess, again. And he got to start back all over again on Moderna. Mm, okay. See, that's what happened. And I'm sorry if there's anybody on Moderna or Ozempic. I know that's used for diabetes medicine, but this is not the case in this situation. Okay. The grizzly bear wanted to take a shortcut and wind up having to go back. Okay. He had to go wind up going back the way he started, and now he got to start all over again. And that's crazy. You know, that's crazy. So that's that's his situation. And he man, now he like I said, now he want to be a trucker. This is the thing. Trucking, and then Jay Wilson revealed something about himself. He said his daddy was a trucker for 45 years. I was like, 45 years. Ooh, child. Papa was a Rolling Stone. Anyway, let's move on from that. Let's move on from that. Shit, Jay Wilson might have 30 brothers and sisters, but anyway, moving right along. Um, this is the thing. Trucking, he was saying, "Oh, I get to see the United States of America, and I get to see all these places." And I'm like, "Yo, do you not know trucking is one of the most lonely professions there is? You're gonna be living in your truck in unknown lands. Like, if you have a mechanical issue, you're gonna not know nobody, no mechanic. Like, sometimes he looking at it through the rosy lens of perspective because he says he wants to make 100K, but not the realistic lens. A lot of people they start that trucking stuff, but they don't make it through. I don't know. I mean, I wish him the best in his endeavors in that, but that's a profession that's not kind to many, from what I understand. I think it might be lucrative, maybe to some degree, but there's a lot with that. And then every time I see the police always harassing them, like the highway patrol always got a trucker pulled over. And I'm like, what the hell did he do? So if you have any kind of infraction, like any kind of light, you going too fast for your vehicle, like trucks are so required to travel at a certain speed. That's not the same speed as a regular vehicle. Your lights out, you tailing like you tailgating too much on a person, like they pull you over. So and then that messes up your insurance. I don't know, but whatever. It is what it is. What's up, Diva D? Every time he goes somewhere on cam, he tries to show out for views. I guess he tried to go viral. Mm-mm. All right, excuse me. My uncle drove trucks for years and ended up marrying his lot lizard. Oh no, I know you didn't. Marrying the lot lizard, child. Mm. Well, you know what? They must have had reoccurring meetings because he must have been meeting her. I don't know the situation. I'm not coming at your family DVD, but he must have met her at the same lot frequently when they developed a rapport. That's what I would say. But congratulations, as long as you find love, because that's what Brian looking for, love. Love. Lady Mika over there looking for love because she don't want it and all that other stuff. But if you're looking for love, make sure you get it because Brian trying to get it.
This is what love feels like. I don't want it. If this is what love feels like, you can keep it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. You can have it. You can have it. You can have it. Have it.
Imagine if Nika could move like that. Cause girl, did y'all see that? She all laying on the bed. I'm like, what the hell? I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. But I'm like, what the hell? Somebody getting too comfortable with that camera. That's all I'm saying. But moving right along. Okay, so we done give you the Brian news that you can use. Okay. Now, who else we want to talk about? Okay, so going with the whole row and Brian. It seemed like I guess Ro pretty much told Brian. He says he said this. Now he didn't say it directly to Brian, but he said, I don't meet people I'm not comfortable with or something like that. So I guess that's a wrap. I guess that's not he don't feel comfortable with Brian. He don't even gonna trust Brian, and it's not gonna happen. And if I feel if it does happen, it's gonna be in front of a lot of people because Brian is too much of a wild card. I think Roe is kind of maybe. Well, I can't really say that. Do y'all remember that costume, Halloween costume thing? And he done turned into something that was crazy, and I don't know. So, woo, Lord, maybe y'all don't need to meet. No, y'all need to meet. I just think that's just gonna be a volatile situation. Okay, so let's go on to. I didn't put her name in the title, but Dimples. Okay, Dimples, girl, you in danger. I don't see. This is the thing. I don't know if Dimples thinks that this is a harmless game of doxing people, but she creating too many enemies. Okay, now I know she creating enemies with the shoemakers and stuff like that because of big ass feet and Timu and Amazon because I know that's where she getting them dresses from. But she create enemies with them because they can't find sizes. Her big, ooh, ooh. Well, maybe she mad at Brianna because she posted a lot of pictures of Brianna. Maybe she mad at Brianna because Brianna can find dresses her size, but Dimples can't. That's why, cause everybody's like, why is Dimples going at Brianna? But I'm not. I think I figured it out. That she mad and jealous of Brianna because Brianna can find dresses at her size and Dimples can't. I think I done cracked the case. But anyway, Dimples is out here pissing off a lot of motherfucking people. And Dimples sees this as a game and a sport of violating people's privacy and stuff like that and doxing them and doing that shit and looking up their stuff. But interesting enough, and I mean, I said, Dimples, you in danger. I said, there's some dude over there offering $100 for your information. And it happened on ODS towards the end of his live. That dude Rex came up there and said, "Oh, if anybody got $100, I'll give you." Well, he said, "I'll give you $100 if you got the information." So Dimples, you need to be careful, girl. They out here looking for you, like you be looking for people information. You better stop. Talk about you work at a hotel. I don't think you work at no damn hotel. But whatever. Keep dropping clues. Keep dropping clues. Mm. And but you're not the cleanly type. Cause we seen you with the bottles all of your house and stuff. You're not the cleaning type. So how could you be a maid or someone that work in the hospitality industry? I don't know. And I don't care. But Dimples, you need to stop because some people ain't playing with you. I'm just telling you. And you know that, but I think you like to tether a tote that line of danger. Okay? I really do feel that way. All right, let's see what else we're gonna talk about. Rose says no mental. We talk about brace yourself. All right, let's talk about the last thing I want to talk about. Jay Wilson gets the Lazy Content Creator of the Year award. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, let me refresh my page real quick. Can I refresh my page? Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, so Jay Wilson gets the Lazy Content Creator of the Year award. I'm gonna tell you why. How you gonna come in your now? Yes, it's his line. Yelling at people to tell you what happened because you've been off YouTube all day. Tell me what happened, Diva D. Diva D, tell me what happened. Ron P, tell me what happened, Ron P. What happened, Ron P? What you mean? That what? Write complete sentences, Ron P. Diva D, what happened? Angela White, what? Angela, so you telling me that you want the? He always done this, but today was on high extreme. You want the audience to sit up there and help you eat, but you're not helping them eat. What? And he was adamant. He kept yelling and asking them for them to tell them what happened on the YouTube streets. And that's not the way it goes. You supposed to do your reconnaissance, or you supposed to have a research team that helps tell you what's going on. He said people sending him an email about Lemon crashing out, but he don't know why Lemon crashing out. But damn Negro, they already done gave you a crumb to go find the information that's relevant. That's crazy to me. He was sitting there 15 minutes just yelling until somebody hit the link. Well, I'm gonna drop the link, y'all. Y'all can come up here and tell me what's going on. It's just so then this is the kicker, y'all. That motherfucker went to a whole damn choir practice. And now I left. I went to the gym the other day, but I was abreast of what was going on. Okay, I was abreast of what was going on. But that motherfucker sat up there and left his live, with orchestrated or did whatever, directed a whole choir practice, and and let them people run up there on his pill to make him a coin. And then on top of that, they screaming and yelling, let Vivian up. Not Vivian, let what's that lady name? The one with the ball spot. What's her ass name? Catherine. Catherine Powell, come on up. Pastor, let Catherine Powell. This is crazy. They sat back there for a whole 30 minutes for that man to come up there and he wasn't even there. I was like, y'all gotta be joking me. So y'all sit up there in the back hoping that that man sit up there and stop singing and screaming in the church at the choir practice for y'all to go up there on his damn panel and he wasn't even there. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I had a choir practice. We were like, choir practice? They thought he was at some vegan restaurant. Turned out he had a whole damn choir practice for a whole. I was like, ain't this some ish? Ain't this some ish? You up there double dipping, got slaves working for you, because that's what y'all are. Y'all was some slaves working for that man, because that man ain't gonna. They are slaves, and I ain't scared to say it, because do you think he gonna give them a portion? Do you think he gonna give them $5 each for holding down his broadcast while he was gone? He came back and said, "Oh no, I saw y'all had a great conversation and didn't want to interrupt it." Would have been many a time when you kick people off because of your nightly news or you got to snooze with boo and all this other stuff. So why you couldn't keep the production running in? I was like, ooh, I was like, ooh. He said, and then he kept saying, Lemon do it, so why can't I do it? Lemon leave it. I was like, so this is your new inspiration, Lemon. Ooh, yes. So that's the pretty much the gist and the rundown of the YouTube streets today that I got for y'all. I'll drop my link in case anybody got anything they want to say. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture $sign Sir King Crown. It'll be tremendously appreciated if you do. But other than that, that's about it. I don't know anything else going on in the YouTube streets. To be honest. To be honest. So feel free to hit the link and tell us what you think. And Hershey is out here running them up, going at everybody and anything. Um, she went at Demon Soul too. Ooh, she went at Demon Soul hard the other day too. Talking about like, woo, Lord. Like I said, Demon Soul, that's gonna be from the dollhouse to the boss house. And Demon Soul, why we gotta sit up there and watch the dollhouse? It ain't nothing coming out the dollhouse. It's just a picture of a dollhouse or a house. I mean, or Elm Street. Or the house on Elm Street, and then you got everybody else all lined up on the left side of the screen. We don't want to see no non-moving doll house, Steven. So come on now. I know you may think it's old. That's what your channel represent, but that's not what we want. I mean, okay, you can show it that bring everybody back to front and center. I'm just saying. I thought that was kind of weird, but anyway. Miss White says, I'm getting a kick out of Lemon giving the entire sector commentary. Doing what? I still don't know why he ain't going live on that third channel. It baffles me. It really is. It's like, yo, you can be on your own channel. Like, I don't know. Thank you, Ron P. Um, but I don't know. I don't understand it. Like, I just don't understand that logic. Is he think like he's the loaf of bread and he's spreading it amongst everybody and let everybody eat off of him? Like, I don't understand that part. He asked you, he says he don't want to do a third channel. I don't understand it. It's the weirdest logic. No, weird, weird. All right, y'all. Well, that's all I got. We've been this hour went fast. Damn, it's been an hour already. But yeah. So that's all I got for y'all. That's all I wanted to come in and say. Hopefully, y'all been caught up quick to what's going on, and that's about it. So if you want to, feel free to send a gesture, $sign Crown. It would be tremendously appreciated. Please stay abreast of what's going on in the news, especially with these tariffs and stuff like that, and these government cuts. And other than that, I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. Y'all take care. Please don't do it up the live when y'all way out. It'll be tremendously appreciated. Have a good night, y'all. Bye.
Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Canvas.
Sir King. Sir King.
Bye, y'all.